Dr. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, Honorable Chief Justice of India, Justice Rajesh Bindal, Judge Supreme Court of India, Justice Shri Lagu, Honorable the Chief Justice of Punjab and Haryana High Court, Honorable the Chief Justices and Judges of participating High Courts, distinguished Judges of the Punjab and Haryana High Court, Honorable the former Chief Justices and Honorable Judges, mostly from the Punjab and Haryana High Court, learned Advocate General Punjab, Haryana, Senior Standing Counsel for the Union Territory of Chandigarh, Senior Advocates, Officers of the High Court and Judicial Academy, former Director of the Judicial Academy, distinguished guests, participants, friends from media. I am glad to be here with you all today at this national conference on the landscape of technology in courts in India and the way forward. This conference, I believe, is a vibrant platform for discussing the integration of technology in the judicial system, exploring the advancements made so far, and envisioning future developments. We undoubtedly live in an era where technology is not just an enabler, but an essential feature of progress. The judiciary also cannot lag behind in embracing the transformable power of technology to meet the demands of modern society. The integration of advanced technology into our judicial system is the need of the hour to enhance the overall efficiency of our courts and ensure access to timely justice. The evolution and use of technology has immensely impacted our daily lives. The Indian judiciary is also getting transmuted with its positive impact. We have electronic filing, case management software, judgment portal, websites, and mobile applications and several other apps. With the click of a finger, a computer machine performs tasks in a certain manner that gives us a desired output. I visited the website of e-committee to better understand their methodology of developing and deploying case information system at the district courts. I can't help but congratulate the e-committee team for their ideation and execution of developing a code-level software for all users. Well, I must pause here and admit my limitations about software development, but these are my thoughts from a layperson's perspective. In my 2.5-decade-old journey into judgeship, I have witnessed firsthand the challenges and opportunities that technology brings to the judiciary. One of the most profound changes I have observed is the paradigm shift in how we perceive justice delivery in this age of technology. No longer confined to physical courtrooms, justice can now transcend geographical barriers, bringing legal recourse within reach of even the most remote corners of our nation. This democratization of access to justice is a value that contributes towards a just system of law. The outbreak of COVID-19 has been the rarest of rare events till date in human history, when millions of people remained confined within the four walls of their homes without the firing of a single bullet. Technology came handy in improving access to justice during this dark hour. What became a solution for the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic has now become a way to everyday judicial proceedings right up to the Supreme Court. Technology was perhaps at the best when during the Special Lok Adalat 2024, convened by the Supreme Court, all the benches, panels, advocates, litigants, state executive, member secretaries of SALSA and DLSs remained connected through video conferencing, which would have been otherwise unthinkable without the help of technology. The access to justice involves providing everyone in a community with the ability to have adequate and comprehensive representation in the legal process. It is essential to take unconventional and innovative steps towards the infusion of an inclusive mechanism for the realization of true access to justice. Technology is one hope for closing some gaps in the legal system and increasing accessibility. It can help eliminate the errors, time and cost of the legal landscape in the long run. The sheer volume of cases, coupled with the complexity of legal proceedings, has often led to significant delays in the delivery of justice. Here, technology may offer a powerful solution to this persistent challenge by streamlining processes, enhancing transparency, and ultimately speeding up the dispensation of justice. The e-filing, digital case management system, digitization of records, electronic documentation, and virtual courtrooms all have played a significant role in the capacity building of the Indian judiciary. Remote hearings have ensured that justice continues to be delivered without interruption despite physical restrictions. There is a strong message of delivering justice at the doorstep. This not only maintains the continuity of court proceedings but also highlights the potential for permanent adoption of virtual hearings in certain types of cases for reducing the burden on physical courtrooms. We also need to think how to best integrate artificial intelligence in our legal system. AI can play a crucial role in legal documentation. It can also allow legal practitioners to focus more on complex and substantive issues, thereby enhancing the overall productivity of our justice delivery system. While appreciating the landscape of technology in Indian courts, it is equally important to maintain the sanctity of court proceedings and also to ensure that the gap among the digital divide of haves and have-nots is reduced by our conscious efforts. I am sure the brainstorming exercise in this conference will enlighten us about the good practices adopted by various courts and how best to keep disruption-free virtual conference services and avoid any other pitfalls or attempts of sabotage. Technology may not have the answer to all our questions, but it certainly is a great tool to streamline our workflow and reach out to our citizens across the length and breadth of the country. The National Conference is a sincere effort to get the progress-minded members of our judicial tribe and domain experts together to conceptualize possible solutions and the way forward. Having said that, I wish to remind us all of a recent incident. I think Honorable Chief Justice also highlighted at one point of time. This July, Honorable Chief Justice Vinay and some of us were headed to Madurai for a High Court function. During our journey, the crowd strike outage occurred, shutting down more than 8.5 million window systems around the world. There was a severe global impact on air traffic, banking, online business, road and railway movements. We were not sure at the Delhi airport whether our flights will take off. During those anxiety-ridden moments came an authentic assurance that most of the airlines in India were operational, though their timings were affected. Upon further inquiry, we were told that in India, pilots are invariably trained in manual landing and manual takeoff. This self-reliance helped in taking out our crisis at that moment. The same incident, while the whole world stood shaken, some nations were totally unaffected by the blackout because they have developed their own indigenous programs. An important aspect to keep in mind when we talk about technology and digitizing the judicial infrastructure is the need to develop homegrown software and hardware so as to avoid vulnerability and deliberate malfeasance. I sincerely hope that the stalwarts of Indian judiciary and subject experts will inspire collaboration, innovation, and cooperation among all of us to strengthen the right to access to justice and right to administration of justice. I wish all the keynote speakers, participants, and organizers of this national conference my heartfelt best wishes. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity. Thank you. Jai Hind.